Hey guys, it's Delilah Cloud here. We are restarting our island. We just deleted our old island, which I wasn't the biggest fan of anyway, but it's always a little devastating to lose all of your progress. So I'm kind of excited to start from scratch. I'm Timmy with Nook Inc. And I'm Tommy. We'll be flying to the island with you to help you get settled. Think of us as your partners. We're in it for the long haul, so let's get started, shall we? The first step is checking your application. Is this your first time applying for one of our packages? Yes, it is. Understood. Now then, we'll need to look up your application. Can we have your name and birth date? Yes, you can. We're gonna go Delilah. And we are gonna go a day. It was the 21st. Zero 08. Oh yes, here you are. Our next step will be to take a picture of you, Delilah. Oh, don't worry. Take as much time as you need to get yourself looking just the way you want. We'll be ready when you are. I'm gonna be a chica. And, oh, I am definitely not a blonde. I'm a blue-eyed person. I'm gonna go for this hairstyle. And I want lashes. And I have brown eyes. I'm gonna end up having pink hair anyway, so let's go back to hair color, actually. We'll go to black for now, because that is, like, my real hair color, but... Oh. Cheeks. I'm not a blush person, but I'm gonna just have blush for fun. I mean, you can barely see it. It's barely visible. I wish I could change my clothes, though, because that's the ugliest yellow shirt ever, but okay. It will do. Does everything look okay? I mean, it's not perfect. It will do. Great, you're all set. I'll just go ahead and add that picture to your records. And now, let's start talking about your new home. So exciting. You see, we're quite proud of the work we've done to help you feel comfortable in your new life. Oh yes, in fact, if you want, you can even experience the seasons the same way you're used to them. What I mean is, we have islands in both Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. We recommend choosing an island that has the same seasonal pattern as your current home. So tell me, Delilah, where do you live now? I live in Europe. Ah, excellent. That information really helps us focus on just our island for you. So naturally, we'd recommend that you relocate to an island in the Northern Hemisphere. There are a few more decisions to make, but does that sound okay to you so far? Yeah. I'll experience my seasons and my seasons. I feel like England has one season and that is just rain. So, I guess at least I get to experience the season in Animal Crossing. Very good. We have a number of lovely uninhabited islands in the Northern Hemisphere to choose from. Now then, all of our islands are approximately the same size. They're all quite natural. So don't worry about whether you all have enough space and comfort. You can't go wrong. Just follow your instincts and choose an island with a layout that looks appealing. That's how I do it. I'll show you some maps now and you can choose the best one for your new home. Oh, I don't like any of these. I don't want to restart. They're all so close. I'm not going to be cheaty and restart. I'm generally going to play... I'm going to be fair, and I think this... We just have to... It's so close. We're going to go for this one. Wonderful choice. I can't wait to show it off to you. But before we depart, I have just one final question for you. If you could only bring one thing to a deserted island, what would it be? Some food. I'm sorry, was that a hypothetical question? Nook Inc. will fully cover all of your basic needs. Yes, yes. Your chartered flight for Nook Inc.'s deserted island getaway package is free for boarding. Any customers waiting to board should make their way to the gate at this time. Perfect timing. Come on. Let's all board the plane together. Hello everyone, thank you for taking this chartered flight as part of Nook Inc.'s deserted island getaway package. Please sit back and relax to enjoy a complimentary video presentation about deserted island life. That music. Oh, the pink hair! Gets me every time. The intro gets me every time. Just the cutest little game you will ever see. I have never played in autumn, fall. I'm really excited to see fall. Oh, shooting star. This is like the cutest little intro. Oh, Christmas trees. We're ready to start this. Now the scary part. Who are my villagers? Who are my villagers? And what are my trees? Oh, the anxiety. We're not cheating. We're not changing. We're gonna make this work. Oh, we got cherries. You know what? That's so funny. In my last island, we got cherries. I'm not mad. I'd rather have peaches, but I can live with cherries. What are my flowers? We're here. Now, I know you must be incredibly excited to explore your new island home, but I have one small request. Please, would you join us for a short orientation session in the nearby plaza? Our fearless leader himself will be giving a presentation, so I'd hate for you to miss it. We're heading right now if you'd like to move L to follow us. Sherry. Come on, we gotta follow the guide. Who's this? Sheldon? Oh, Sheldon's a cute name. You look ready. Go show the staff how ready you are. I'm ready. Is that everyone? Let's see. Is Sherry here? And how about Sheldon? And there's Delilah, of course. Great, we're all here. I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Nook. Our 3 adventurers are ready to get started. Yes, yes, very good. Let's see, how shall I begin? Yes, of course. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to your new island. My name is Tom Nook, and I'm the founder and president of Nook Inc. Yes, yes. Today is the first day of your new life on this pristine, lovely island, so congratulations. This is a package deal, and such. Nook Inc. staff will always be here to support you and ensure your comfort and safety. But, first things first, yes, yes. I'd like each of you to choose a spot of your own is the first step to putting down some real roots. I'd like you to dream big. I do certain connections in construction and real estate, and... but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get started with a simple tent, shall we? Please collect your tent from Timmy or Tommy and then choose a spot to place it. Here goes Tommy. Here you go, Delilah. Your very own tent. Once you find the perfect spot, press X to access your inventory and then select your tent to place it. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to see what it looks like before making your final decision. And you'll want a little breathing room, so take your time finding a space that works for you. Oh, I suppose I should probably set you up with a map too. Once you've put your tent, please find your new way back here. Use your new map if you need to. Well, off you go. I hope you find a great spot. Yes, I will. I want a beach. I want a beach house. Can I see what my flowers look like? I just need to know. I guess I can't find out because I don't have anything to get across the water with, so it'll be a secret. I think I'm gonna go here until I know exactly where I want to go. Okay, maybe like here. Okay, maybe like here. Okay, maybe not there. Maybe here. Let me imagine it. Yeah, I feel like it's okay. We'll put it here. It's not a bad place to put it. Until we decide what we want to do. I set my tent up, that's a big first step. Okay, what do I do? I just want to pick up these weeds. You must have found a suitable spot for your tent. You're the first one back, so I suppose the others must be searching for the right location. Okay, since you've already done some scouting, the others may appreciate your assistance. Yes, yes. Okay. Where are my squirrels? And my monkey. I got a squirrel and a monkey. Okay. I feel like Sherry can be next to me. I got it. Don't tell me. You're Delilah, right? See, I told you. I'm Sherry. I gotta tell ya, I'm excited about this whole island thing. Cheeky. You already found a good spot, huh? I wasn't trying to just feel for the best spot, but I was having trouble because every spot feels like the best one. I couldn't just sit here thinking it over forever, so I grabbed a stick and threw it, and here's where it landed. So now this is my spot, okay? I know there's only so far I could throw this stick, but I'm liking this. I mean, I'll find you a better spot. You did that for someone you just met? Yeah, you know, you're alright. In that case, here you go. It's your show now, Cheeky. You go pick out the perfect spot, that tent I gave you. I'm gonna go wait at the plaza in the meantime, okay? Okay. I don't know where I want to put him, but... I kind of want him closer to me. I feel like this girl looks grumpy. And he can go somewhere else. I don't want him next to me if he's gonna be grumpy. Let's see. Can we put you here? Maybe we'll put you here. And then we won't be all alone on this island because it feels so empty. Maybe we have to go like a little bit more. Let me imagine it. Yeah, I feel like we could put that there. I feel like if you're gonna camp, you may as well do it on the beach. Although that could be bad because then like the tide could come in. But this is Animal Crossing. That doesn't happen. It only happens in real life. Okay, let's go see what the other villager is doing. I don't even know his name. Sheldon. Nice to meet you. You already set up your tent. I'm still trying to find a perfect spot. I'll be doing some serious cardio, so it's gotta have lots of fresh air. I think this spot will do the trick, but I don't know. What do you think, Delilah? I'll find you a spot. Wow, we just met and you're already doing some heavy lifting on our friendship, Delilah. Okay then. Can't wait to see the epic spot you pick for me. My tent is in your hands, Cardio. You got this. If you need me, I'll be over at the plaza visualizing how awesome island life is gonna be. Where shall we put you? I think we put you right here. I guess we don't want you to drown. We'll move you a little bit over. Let me imagine this. I think here is good. I'm not too worried about where they are. Because we're going to move them later. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you found just the right spots to set up your new homes. Of course, you can sleep on it for a while. Really get a feel for how it suits you. And with that taken care of, we can move on to more serious business. What I like about Tom Nook, he all about the business, man. Like throwing an island warming party. We'll have it right here in the plaza with a roaring campfire. We'll just get you a few supplies to get you started, yes? Since we'll all be living here together, this will be a good test of our teamwork. Let's see. Timmy, Sherry, Tommy, and Sheldon. Hey, we got the T's and the S's. That's so funny. Meanwhile, Delilah and I will work on gathering firewood and perhaps a little snack. Alright everyone, let's get to work. Delilah, would you come see me for a moment? Oh, that's scary. It's like when the teacher asks you, come see me for a minute. Like, what did I do wrong? Delilah, I just wanted to go over what we'll need for the campfire. I think roughly 10 tree branches should do the trick. You can find them scattered about the island. So when you find one lying around, just press Y to pick it up. Meanwhile, I'll investigate the cherry-like items growing in the trees. I suspect they're real cherries. Okay. We got 1, 2. I see a fish. 3. 4. 5. Oops. 6. 7. 8. We just need 2 more. 9. 10. Pretty sure we have 10, yeah. We should just grab a couple more, because, you know, you never know. I think that is everything that we can grab. Oh good, Delilah. It looks like you managed to collect up the tree branches. You found even more than I asked. I only need 10, but I'm sure you'll find a good use for the rest. I'll take what you need off your hands now. Yes, that should be plenty for our campfire. You made quick work of that. I'm quite glad that I'll be sharing this desolate island with such a hard worker. And speaking of surviving on a desolate island, our next task is to round up something to snack on. While you were out collecting bunches, I was evaluating the fruit, and that seems to be in abundance here. They look like cherries, they smell like cherries, and they even taste like cherries. In fact, they're 100% without a doubt a genuine cherry. So will you collect 6 of them for me? Now, I'm sure that you don't need much guidance here, but in case, if you see a tree growing cherries, you can just press A, shake it up, and then pick up the fruit. I'm sure you'll have plenty of cherries for us all in no time. I mean, that's easy enough. 6 is nothing. Well, I knew you were the right one for the job. Always, you can count on me, Tom. Thank you once again. I'll go ahead and take those cherries off your hands and get you started on the preparations. Now, is that everything? Yes, I believe it is. Let's get started with festivities. At last, allow me to properly welcome you to the new island. I have participated in many ventures and endeavors over the years, but this may be the most exciting. Helping develop a thriving new community entirely from scratch will truly test my business acumen, and perhaps my skills as an outdoorsman. Oh. Now, we may not have the kind of numbers that I originally envisioned, but that just means we'll have to rise to the challenge. And I have no doubt that with hard work and perseverance, we'll shape this deserted island into, I suppose, we can't call this a deserted island anymore. But what should we call it? I sense a great opportunity. At first, residents of the island, we should be the ones to name it. And in the spirit of democracy, we should put it to a vote. Majority rules. So take a little time to rethink, and when everyone is ready, I'll present your ideas. I think I'm gonna name it Destiny. I just feel like Destiny is a pretty name. Should we name it Moon or Destiny? I think Destiny sounds better than Moon. Although I kind of want to make it into like a really pretty moon island. I think we're gonna go to Destiny. Destiny or Moon. Definitely Destiny. Alright, is everyone ready? Let's try saying our ideas all at the same time. Ready? Go. Awesome beach. Nookatopia! I want to go in Nookatopia. Why don't we go in Nookatopia? What a splendid variety. Yes, each one a potential gem. Now for the voting. I'll say each name in order and you can clap for the one you think is best. Delilah, you seem to have the enthusiasm and the naming sensibilities. Let's start there. So Delilah suggested Destiny. Nookatonia. Wow, that's an overwhelmingly positive response. Each and every one of you clap. I suppose if everyone is in agreement, we could just go with Destiny. Splendid. Then from now on, this island will be known as Destiny. Well, Delilah, since you've proven yourself by naming Destiny, I'd like to rely on you for other critical decisions we'll need to make on this island. I've obviously become I'm Tom Nook's new pet, teacher's pet, okay? He obviously likes me better than the other villagers. Yes, I hereby name you the resident representative of Destiny. Delilah, could you please say a word or two as the new neighbor spokesperson for your neighbors? Howdy. You can count on me. Yeah, you can count on me, y'all. So we've settled on a name for our island, and we've selected our residence representative. It's been a big day, but it's gotten rather late, so let's have a toast. Everyone has a beverage in hand. It's fresh juice made from cherries. Our new resident representative harvests on our first very island. And without further ado, a toast to destiny and the happiness of its residents. Cheers! Oh, I miss this music. Should we just sit? I think now we just go to sleep and then wake up and it's like a real day. Is that what I do? Delilah, having a good time, yes? I know this is a bit much, so if you feel like taking a short nap in your tent, by all means, go ahead. We'll keep the fire burning. Maybe I'll go do that. Sounds good to me, but first you'll probably want this. It's your very own camping cot. You'll want to set it up in your tent before you lie down. Oh, and there are a few packages waiting in your tent as well. Just a few items that might be useful. To open packages and use the things inside, press A. And when you're ready, you can move L to crawl into bed. We've got another big day ahead of us tomorrow, so rest up as much as you can tonight. Yes, that's all from me now. Sweet dreams, Delilah. Sweet dreams, everybody. I can't remember which one's my tent. I think it's the yellow one. Was it the yellow one? Yeah. Because I moved his over here. Yeah, his was blue, mine was yellow. Wait, can I do anything with these boxes? Oh, it's a radio. And oh, we got a lamp. Let's put the lamp on. I don't like the dark. Okay, let's move this. Doing the heavy lifting. Rest my head for a little while. I'm getting sleepy. I like wake up and be like, where am I at? What did I do with my life? I moved to a deserted island. Oh, it's KK. So it looks like you've decided to make your own way in the world. Get out of there. Explore new frontiers. That's all the way right. Daddy-o, you don't need to live by anyone's rules but your own. The world was made for exploring, you know? Living free, being out there, it's a great feeling. Yeah. But take it from a cat who's been on the road. Being by your lonesome can grind on the soul. You've got to make friends along the way. Rambling this crazy world is Squareville. Without some pals. Yeah, man, friends are where it's at. Speaking of rambling, I'm doing a bit of that myself. My bad. Maybe it's about time for you to wake up in your new life. Oh, but listen up. That rap I just gave you about friends is pretty key. You'll dig this island a whole lot more if you share it with some friends, if that's your scene. Yeah, an island paradise with your best pals sounds pretty groovy to me. Cool. When you wake up, you'll be in sync with real time. Dig that island life, and I'll catch you later. I set my switch to like US time, so I'll be curious to see if this island is in US time or UK time. I don't know. We can find out. Delilah, are you in there? Oh, I hope I haven't woken you abruptly. But I do wish to discuss some things with you. Yes, I'll be here when you're ready. Girl, time to get up. That grind down stuff for nobody. Ah, there you are. I hope you have a pleasant nap. Or well, I suppose it was a bit more than a nap, wasn't it? It's a brand new day. I slept that long? Oh ho ho, it's quite normal to be worn out from such a long trip and a major life event. Speaking of which, I have a few more things that you might find useful as to adjust to life on our new little paradise. First, you'll need one of these, yes. It's your very own Nook phone. I had these made especially for island residents. Ah, I want to make sure it's working, right? So could you try turning it on for me? It's so empty, it's got no app. Good, good. Looks like you're getting good reception as well. Okay, feel free to put it away now. Say, Delilah, have you ever used a smartphone before? Sure have. Very good. This should be a breeze for you. In fact, these Nook phones are rather easier to operate than ordinary phones. Oh yes, we simply remove most of the features. Oh. Ah, yes, yes. There's a very useful app that contains advice for living here. Normally this would not be free of charge, but as you're getting started, consider it an extra bonus. It's called the Island 101, and it is a message delivery service of sorts. Feel like giving it a try? Yes, please. Okay. I'll need you to pull out your Nook phone again so I can send you the app. Perfect, perfect. You've now got the Island Life 101 app as well. You'll start getting messages once you're out and about doing things to read them as they arrive. Alright, that's enough about the app for now. I do have one more thing for you, however. It's your itemized bill. So this includes everything. Accommodation, labor, tax, and of course your Nook phone. Bring your grand total to the modest sum of 49,800 bells. What are bells? Oh, ho ho. Good one, Delilah. Wait, you're being serious? Yes, of course. I can't believe I didn't think of this. Well, bells are a currency that can be exchanged for goods or services here in Destiny. But there's still the problem that you don't actually have any. Yes, of course. Well, no need to worry. I was prepared for exactly this type of tricky situation. For the getaway package, you can pay your fees with miles instead of standard bells. I call this extremely helpful service, the Nook Mileage Program. Nook Mileage? Well, it's quite extraordinary if I do say so myself. With the Nook Mileage Program, you can earn miles by simply living your life here on Destiny. I dare say the more you enjoy your island life, the more Nook miles you can earn. And you can use them to pay back your move-in fees and much more. So the bottom line is you need 49,800 bells to pay your move-in fees, but with this new service, would you believe it? It only comes to 5,000 miles. I'll just go ahead and register you so you can pay in miles. Yes, yes, but there's more details available within your Nook phone. Just open your Nook Miles app. And you'll see that you've earned some miles just for traveling to the island enjoying the program. Now, excuse me, I must get back to a few other matters. But let me heartily congratulate you once again on your arrival. I'm so happy to have you as a resident of Destiny and a client of Nook Inc. My new life is underway. I can do whatever I want. Woohoo! From now on, island time will match the flow of the time in the real world. Do not touch the power button when you see the autosave. You can also save and quit. But no, that's UK time. But it's all good. Congratulations on your big move. We hope that you've enjoyed your island life. To celebrate this fresh start, we give you a gift that is sure to come in handy. Let's open. Simple DIY. This is a DIY recipe. I wonder how I can memorize it. Okay, my guess is we need to go talk there's a grasshopper. Talk to someone. Ah, Delilah, welcome, welcome. As you can see, it is quite cozy in here. It's funny how cozy doesn't always mean comfortable. Let me know if you need advice on how to spend your time on the island or anything else. If you need some advice about basic island materials, you should talk to Timmy. He can help you procure some of the essentials for thriving in our little paradise. And if you want to earn some bells, he has a rather generous policy of purchasing just about anything. Not strictly advisable from a business perspective, but quite generous, yes, yes. Oh, one more important thing. I'm offering a free DIY workshop so that you can really build your island experience. I think it'd be quite useful, so I do hope you take me up on it. Okay. About that workshop. The DIY workshop. Each participant will make and keep their own tools and receive a set of DIY recipes. I think it'll be quite useful for island life. So shall I put you down for the next available session? I'd love to. Yes, yes, that's the island spirit. I happen to be free right this very moment, so let's get started. Welcome to my DIY workshop. Oh, I suppose workshop is overselling it a bit. When you see how simple it is to DIY or do it yourself, you'll understand what I mean. The basic idea is to gather materials, follow a recipe, and then craft using a workbench like this one. So today we'll be constructing a fishing rod using common materials that you can find anywhere, yes. For this particular recipe, we require 5 tree branches. Now then, come see me once you've collected materials. Okay, dude. Ah, Delilah. All the necessary materials. Well then, let's get started on crafting that fishing rod. Yes, yes. You begin. Just select a project from the workbench and get started. Go ahead, give it a try. I made a flimsy fishing rod. Yes, that was perfect. As you can see, crafting is quite simple, provided you have the correct recipes. That concludes my free DIY workshop. Oh, there's one last thing. I have a few common DIY recipes for you, free of charge, naturally. I just need to send them to your Nook phone. Would you mind opening it up? Splendid, thank you. The DIY app is now installed on your phone and ready for you to use anytime. And the flimsy fishing rod you just crafted is yours to keep. It may not last forever, but it should serve you well for a little while at least. Speaking of the fishing, I am no master angler, but perhaps I can give you a few tips. In my experience, you should aim in front of the shadow of a fish when you cast your line, yes, yes. I would love to see anything you manage to catch. I'm quite curious about the local fauna.